Time. Yo, what's good, everybody, and welcome back to the Simple Logic Podcast, man. This is a podcast where I, your host, WattsTV, talks about topics logically, but also in a comedic fashion. We got it. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about y'all president. Quick question: why is it that I think it's a black person thing when when black people have to talk about someone that is acting like unfavorably, like we always put them on somewhere else. Like, you better talk to your son. Like, oh, now he my son. You better talk to your fucking brother. He your brother too. Like, is that our act of disowning them? Like in that instance, I don't know, but that shit is really hilarious. I just said this to somebody else like a couple of days ago. I think I was like, that's your president. They were like, why he gotta be my president? Because he's not mine, and I disowned him along. I never owned him. That's why. But man, let me bring up my talking points because there is so much to unpack here. I do not like getting into politics too much, but let me tell you something. This nigga is WYLIN. How y'all like the how y'all like the voice mod? Yo, I've been playing with that thing every goddamn day now, ever since I discovered it. It is so fun. But no, all jokes aside, your president is wilding for real. Like I I I don't even know what to say anymore. But let's bring it back a couple of days. Let's bring it back to last week. So apparently, your president, not mine, your president said that him and the first lady have contracted COVID. Now he's calling it COVID. What happened to the China virus and the Chinese and the China plague? What happened to all that bullshit? Oh, now it's COVID-19. Now he's being all serious. So here's my thing, guys. I think this was all a political stunt. Like the conspiracy theorist in me really believes that he did not contract this at all. I feel like this was a political stunt to make him look better. Probably because he looked horribly in the debate. We're going to get to that later. Excuse me. But it's more than likely because he has been looking so like that he made himself look horrible during the presidential debates. They needed another outlet to make him look strong. So they said, "Hey, why don't you say that you contracted COVID and that you beat it, and it's going to make you look so strong and so presidential and blah 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 yada yada yada." Guys, I don't even this presidency is it's a joke. It's a huge joke. I feel like I'm constantly watching a fucking Friday Night Live sketch. I'm sorry. I said that wrong. What's that? Okay, 3 minutes or something. I don't know. I constantly feel like I'm watching a Saturday Night Live sketch. Constantly. Like I do not believe this at all. And for example, right? While the president had quote COVID, this nigga ain't had no fucking COVID. So while he contracted COVID, right? Um, I'm doing parentheses if you guys are watching me. I'm doing parentheses because I don't believe him. COVID is real, but him saying that he contracted it is it's not real. Him saying that he had it, it's totally not real. But anyway, so here's where I drew the line. All right, somebody took a picture of Trump, I guess one of his photographers or whatever, while he was in the hospital, I guess, signing a blank piece of paper with a Sharpie. There was nothing on the piece of paper, and he was signing it with a fucking Sharpie, and the caption was, "Our president is hard at work." So guys, I may not be the smartest man on earth, but let me ask you something. What important documents have you signed with a fucking permanent Sharpie? I It's not even the fact that it's permanent. It's a Sharpie. What document have you signed, officially signed, with a fucking Sharpie? Please answer. You can't answer me because you've never done it before. Professionally, you are not supposed to do that. So he's constantly been bullshitting, man, and This is just one big ass circus. And you know what? The United States is the laughing stock of the world right now. I never get embarrassed. I really don't. But I low key feel embarrassed because I live here. And you know what? This whole pandemic and people not wearing masks and saying that COVID is fake and it's just made up by the government and blah 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 blah. You know, and the media. Um yeah, this pandemic is very real, and this is the reason why we have all of these deaths, over 200,000 deaths, and this is the reason why it's still going on now because Americans are fucking stupid. We're First of all, let me stop saying we. People are constantly traveling, going out in groups, not wearing masks because I guess if you wear a mask, you just look weak or some shit. If you go by dumbass Tommy Lauren, we're gonna get to her too. We're gonna get to her too. I cannot stand that average evil white woman. Oh my gosh. You know, Tommy Lauren, I would hate. I feel sorry for the person or the guy that is in a relationship with her because I bet she is just awful. She seems awful in the. You know what? I hate to. I hate to go on like a. I'm not misogynistic, guys, but if you look at Tommy Lauren, that sex can't be great. It can't be. She has to be a dead fish in bed. Like, her personality is just so blah. Oh my gosh. Like, if I had to put a food with her personality, it would probably be really hard cauliflower. Yeah. Doesn't sound appetizing, does it? That's because it's not. Anyway, I don't even know where I was going with this. I really don't. I lost my thoughts. Anyway, let's. Okay, right. Okay, so the American people being stupid. I'm sorry, guys. I go off on these rants, and sometimes I forget what I'm talking about. But let's get back to the American people. Because of Trump's poor leadership, um, a lot of people think that this deadly disease, virus, whatever, they think that it's not real and that it's not a big deal. So yesterday, Donald Trump actually tweeted that you should not be afraid of COVID. That is literally the worst message that you could send to the American people. Why should I not be afraid of it? Over 200,000 people died under your leadership. So you think I'm going to fucking listen to you, and you're saying that I just shouldn't be afraid of it, huh? Wow. That's really smart. That doesn't make any sense. Why would you even tell anybody that I shouldn't be afraid of COVID? Hold up. This deserves a fucking voice change real quick.
I shouldn't be afraid of COVID. Shit.
Get the hell out of here. But again, that was the worst thing that you could have told people who already don't see the severity of this pandemic, of this situation. So, man, I don't know. I really refuse to believe that he had it, because it seems like he is really like he's really talking to his, to his, I don't want to say fan base, but to his constituents. Like the people that he know that are most definitely going to vote for him. So, if you get offended by this, sorry. So, uneducated individuals, rednecks, racist, blah 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 blah. You people, people who don't believe in who don't believe in white privilege. All those people are going to vote for Donald Trump. So he's specifically talking to those idiots who constantly listen to him, even though he lies on it daily. Which I really don't understand why you would listen to this man, because he's been caught in 1,000 different lies. And he also tweeted something else which didn't really make any fucking sense. He said 100,000 people die from influenza a year, and we live with it. Okay, first of all, the flu is fucking different compared to COVID, because COVID is you do not know what it's going to do. Like, it's extremely unpredictable. I have read stories about healthy people, even from teenagers to young adults, having no pre-existing conditions, contracting COVID, and then dying. So that's not the same as the flu at all. And again, he just constantly throws out random numbers, and he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. last year, hold up. Let me make sure I'm right on this because I don't want to, I don't want to get wrong facts out here, and I don't want you guys to be like, oh, WattsTV, his facts are wrong. So let me look it up real quick. Just give me a second. Okay, so here is where his number is off completely. So in 2019 going on to this year 2020, there has been 24,000 through 62,000 deaths from influenza. That is not nearly as much as over 200,000 people dying from COVID. So what does that tell you? These two viruses, they are not on par with each other at all. So look, if you want to keep listening to this man, then do you. I'ma pray for you. Probably not, but still, hey, do you. I would like to say I'm not gonna judge, but I'm most definitely gonna judge you because I really don't understand. And even if Donald Trump did contract COVID, I'm not gonna lie. I have a huge disdain for Donald Trump. I'm not even gonna call him, the president. I have a huge disdain from Donald Trump, and honestly, I don't want to wish death on anybody. But if he did die, I wouldn't be sad. Obviously, I would not be sad. Now, I just, a lot of people wouldn't be sad. Am I a horrible person for saying that? I don't think so because he is trash. I I really don't know. But let's move on. Oh God! All right, so let's talk about this presidential debate. Man, this shit was literally it. I've never seen anything like this ever before in my life, and by far, oh, green screen moving. By far, this was the worst presidential debate that I have ever seen ever. But on the plus side, extremely entertaining. Extremely entertaining. I got so much satisfaction when Joe Biden called Donald Trump a clown. Said you can't get this clown to shut up. Man. Oh yeah, let's talk about the interruptions. Let's talk about it. So, during an ordinary presidential debate, there's always some sort of decorum, even if you truly do not like your opponent. Like, even if it's more than just a debate, there's always some sort of decorum. You let your opponent speak, you let them answer questions, and when it's your time to rebuttal, you can rebuttal. No, that was not a thing here. And there are so many fucking memes from this presidential debate. It was like watching two kids argue. Like, it was the worst shit that I have ever seen before in my life. But again, it was so entertaining. It was like watching two children. Now, I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? Mom, can you get him to stop talking? And the moderator, he was not holding things together at all. We need a black woman as a moderator so we can get Donald Trump to shut the fuck up. It wasn't even as much as Joe's issue because people are saying, I mean, he was doing it too and this and that, blah, blah, blah. Well, do you want Donald Trump to literally walk right over him and just interrupt him while you don't do the same thing? No, fuck it. You're interrupting me, so I'm going to fucking interrupt you as well. And man, there is just so many different points with this debate that I can talk about that it's ridiculous. What should I get into first? Let me tell you something. Donald Trump talking about Joe Biden's son with his drug addiction that he beat was literally as low as you can go. And that should tell you the type of person that Donald Trump is, because you don't go for anybody else's kids. This isn't even about them. This is about the country. That's the type of person that he is. To go against somebody's drug addiction, you don't know what that person has been through like in his life, and for you to, just bash his son. First of all, if I was Joe Biden, he would have caught the fade immediately. And if Biden would have given Donald Trump the fade right there on stage, he would have got my vote again. I would have found a way to illegally vote again, because I did already vote. he would have once again gotten my vote over and over again. I would purposely move to different states in a short amount of time just so that I could vote for this man more than once, just because he ran Donald Trump to fade. Cause I damn sure, when you talking about my kids, bro, you gotta die. Matter of fact, me personally, I'm not even gonna give you the fade. I'm gonna just fucking kill you. This isn't a threat to Donald Trump. I'm just saying, if we were regular schmoes, Joe schmoes, yeah, you gotta go. You gotta die. Like, you should not talk about anybody else's kids like that when the subject matter wasn't even about his children, his family, or any personal issues. Once again, it should tell you the type of person that Donald Trump is. He's a fucking asshole. And if you vote for him, then hey man, I hope you trip and fall. I'm sorry. But the debates were most definitely a mess. Another point, the moderator asked Donald Trump to basically denounce white supremacy. And he was trying to avoid it so much. So much. He did not want to say it at all. He said, who am I what are you talking about? Like who am I saying this to? Bro, he just said it. White supremacist and white supremacy. But instead of saying, hey, I denounce white supremacy, he can't even say that. He said, Proud Boys, stand back and stand by. For those of you who do not know, I've heard a lot of conflicting things about the Proud Boys, but from what I understand, a lot of members in the Proud Boys, from what I've seen on social media and podcasts, et cetera, they're for example, I think the leader was basically saying how he wants more Trump supporters to, attack Black Lives Matter protesters, peaceful protesters. He wants more people to. He wants more Trump supporters to shoot people, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like, just basically inciting violence, which is illegal. You cannot do that. You cannot just incite violence like that. But yeah, those are the Proud Boys from what I've seen. Now, are there individuals in the quote Proud Boys? What are they fucking good? A militia, a group, whatever you want to fucking call them? Are there individuals that are not violent and who actually stand for something? I don't know what that something is. I'm sure. I'm sure. Do I care? No, because there are a lot of bad apples in your group. So therefore, I really do not give a fuck. But I mean, him saying that's literally all I needed to know. Proud Boys, stand back and stand by. It's like saying, okay, stand back. If I lose, you know what to do. You are literally inciting violence, dude. I don't understand why he just can't say it. Oh wait, I do understand why he can't say it. Let me tell you why. Because he's a fucking racist. Donald Trump is extremely racist. If you don't know that now you know. Yeah. Again, I really do love this voice modulator thing, man. This shit is so fun. But yes, he's a racist. That is exactly why he could not say it. And you know what? I am extremely looking forward to the vice presidential debate with Kamala. Man, whoo boy, I cannot wait. Kamala is about to eat that ass up. I'm telling you, Kamala is about to eat Pence alive. Let me tell you, man. I cannot wait. That woman is sharp. You can say whatever you want to say about Kamala Harris, but she is sharp and she can debate. I've seen this firsthand. She's not losing that debate. I'm sorry. And let's be honest. Pence is a fucking moron. He is. He's a real moron. I can't. Let's get back to the talking point, shall we? Oh, okay. Let's bring this shit back to Tommy Lauren, shall we? Because I don't hate anybody, guys. I really do not hate anyone. But Tommy Lauren is one individual who I truly hate. I mean, hate. I hate this woman so much. When I ever see her come up in my feed, like, I always tweet back at her, knowing she's not going to read or see my message just because I'm just that pissy and irate. She says stupid shit all the time, like Black Lives Matter is a terrorist group. What else? There's no such thing as white privilege. There's no such thing as racism. Like a bunch of stupid shit like that that would get a black man like me extremely frustrated. And you know what? She's been getting dragged all day on Twitter, and you love to see it. You love to see it. Because another thing in the debate, Donald Trump was talking about masks, and he was basically shaming Joe Biden for wearing a mask. He said, you see this guy, and we could be 30 feet apart, and he just has the biggest mask that I ever seen before in my life. Nigga, what? What the fuck are you talking about? What does that have to... Why is that a bad thing? He's trying to protect himself, and he's trying to protect others. Usually, honestly, if you're wearing a mask, it's to protect other people and not just yourself. That's what a mask is for. Because that way, if you do have COVID, you won't fucking spread it, you dipshit. Damn it, you fucking orange asshole. You stupid. You know what? Somebody said this on Twitter. Somebody said this is exactly why I apply for jobs that I'm not qualified for. Because you never know. You just may get it. Look at Trump. He got it. I still can't believe how he got it. But I can't. I guess I know why he got it. Because there's still a lot of, excuse me, a lot of racist and a lot of white supremacy in this world. And Donald Trump has been on record, which I don't understand why nobody will bring this up. But he's been on record for saying that, blacks are stupid and just saying a bunch of different racial slurs. Like, this is recordings on record. I don't understand. I don't know why no one will bring up when he said grab her by the pussy. Why are we not talking about that anymore? Joe, please bring that up in the next debate. When is the next debate? Like in 2 weeks? Next week? I don't know. But you need to most definitely bring this up. God damn it, Brooke. Stop it. Shout out to Brooke. She keep blowing up my Instagram. I don't know what she's talking about. She just told me to shut up. You shut up, Brooke. Anyway, so yes, back to Tommy Lauren. She tweeted. Damn it, Brooke, stop it. She tweeted at Joe Biden and said, "Hey Joe, why don't you wear a purse with that mask?" What? Are you fucking kidding me? Guys, I'm paraphrasing, but she was basically that's what she said. Why don't you wear a purse with that mask? Like, she called Joe Biden a pussy for wearing a mask. This is her mindset. Matter of fact, this is the mindset of many Republicans. I'm sorry. I cannot. That is extremely stupid. These masks are literally for everyone's safety. And for you to shame somebody for wanting to be safe, that doesn't make any sense. You know what, Tommy Lauren? I do not wish death upon you, but I hope you do contract COVID. Sorry. I don't want you to die from it. But you know what? You lay with dogs, you're going to get fucking fleas, man. That was the most country ass metaphor that I could come up with. But yeah, that was very country, and I'm never going to use that again. But still, at this point, you kind of deserve it, because how are you this uneducated? This doesn't make sense at all. Like, I'm very confused right now. I don't understand. I really don't get it. This does not give me hope for America in general, or the American people. Like, I just feel like the majority of us, let me not even say us, them. I have to stop doing that. I'm not lumping myself in with these fucking people. The majority of the American people are stupid. Let's be honest. They're not smart at all. And she is a prime example. And our president is a prime example. Let's talk about what this dumbass said after he came out the hospital. Speaking of the hospital, while he was in the hospital, he decided to go out to wave at his constituents. So he went out in a car with his Secret Service members, risking their lives by infecting them with COVID just to wave at the people that was outside of the hospital. What the fuck? What kind of president is that? Why would you do that? You're supposed to quarantine yourself from isolate yourself from everybody. What the fuck are you doing, you orange prick? What is wrong with you? Man, I just get so frustrated because I don't understand these people's like their mindsets. I don't understand your way of thinking. I really don't get it. So anyway, besides that, when he did get out of the hospital yesterday, I believe yesterday was Monday. Today is Tuesday. Yes. When he did get out of the hospital yesterday on Monday, he was basically talking about the virus, saying, "I feel better than I have, in maybe 20 so years." Blah blah blah. Once again, I'm paraphrasing. And he said, "I don't know. Maybe I'm immune now." Sir, that's not what immunity means. If you were immune, that means you never would have gotten it in the first place. But let me explain to you what I think he was trying to say. I think what he was trying to say was, since he already contracted COVID, maybe he's immune now, which also is a fucking lie. That's false. There have been many people who have contracted COVID and then contracted it again. So, Mr. President, what the fuck are you talking about? You can contract this disease more than once. This has been proven. So, sir, I don't know what you are referring to, but yo, you are not immune. Either way, you're not immune. You're not immune before that you contracted the virus because you never would have gotten it in the first place, and you're not immune after it because you can still get it. There's just too much stupidity going on at once. And guys, once again, I do not get political on this channel too much, but I'm sorry, I said on this channel, on this podcast. Excuse me. I do not get too political on my channel or my podcast, but I felt like I just had to talk about this because there is too much fuckery going on. And I cannot stress this enough. My mouth is dry. I feel like I have. I've been talking nonstop. I need some water. My mouth is drier than a Popeye's biscuit in the Sahara Desert right now. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I cannot stress this enough. Go out there and vote. For the love of God, vote. If your state has early voting, go out there and vote. I went out there. I honestly, I had it. I had a ballot that I could have sent in the mail, but I changed my mind because for some reason I just don't trust it. Especially with all the threats that Trump made to the postal service, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and send my ballot in person. So I did that. If you can vote as soon as you, if your state has early voting, then please vote as soon as you can, please, for the love of God. This is critical. The election is over in less than a month now. That is extremely scary to think about. But man, I need you guys to vote like your life depends on it, please. I am pleading with you, begging you, please fucking vote. And also, let me say this. I don't even think that Joe Biden is the best candidate for the presidential seat. I really don't think he is. Honestly, there were so many more qualified candidates, but this is what we have. And if you don't vote for Trump, if you don't vote for Biden, and you vote for a third party, I assure you, you're still voting for Trump because you're taking votes away from Biden. That's how this works. If you vote anybody, if you troll vote Kanye West, fuck you, go to hell, suck a dick, kick rocks, all that shit, bro. Because you're taking votes away from Biden. If you don't like Trump, just swallow what bullshit pride that you have. I don't even like Joe Biden, guys. Swallow what bullshit pride that you have and just vote him out. That is what we want. Voting third party is not going to do shit, and you know they're not going to win. So stop. The third party, give me one instance where the third party has won. Never. That shit has never happened and it never will happen, okay? I am tired of people with this third party ass argument saying, well, this is why, with that mindset, this is why, the third party will never become president. You're right. You're absolutely right. No one is going to change their mindset. It's either Republican or Democrat. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. Get the fuck over it. And I feel like I've been stumbling and fumbling a lot. ever since I did this podcast, but I assure you it's because I have a dry ass mouth because I have not stopped talking. This has just been nonstop talking. I'm honestly impressed with myself, but I had so much to say about this specific topic. So again, guys, do not listen to this. Do not listen to this nigga. Do not listen to this president at all. He's not my president. He's your president. Do not listen to him. I don't. Yes, no one should live their life in fear. I agree, but at the same time, you should live your life with caution. Most definitely. So you're telling me you're willing to contract COVID just so that you can go out traveling and to do something that can literally wait a couple of years or a year or whatever. You don't have to travel right now. You don't have to, be around groups of people. You don't have to go to a bar. You don't have to go to parties. You don't have to do any of this shit right now. But this is just you guys being selfish. So for him to say that, my gosh, for him to just say that, don't be afraid of COVID. Let me just say this one more time.
Shit.
Be afraid. Be a little afraid. Be cautious, guys. Just please be cautious. That's literally all I want, man. I don't want anything else. I just want everybody to be safe and to take care of themselves and to listen to the science and listen to the medical professionals. Do not listen to a president who told you to inject bleach in your arms, in your veins, or whatever. Please. I almost forgot about that. For the love of God, please do not listen to this man. He has steered us wrong so many times. He has fucking admitted to downplaying the seriousness of COVID. Please, for the love of God, and because of this, over 200,000 people have died in the United States. Please do not listen to Donald Trump. Listen to the medical professionals. Wear a mask. Just wear a mask. Just wear a goddamn mask. Do not be a Karen, please. If you're, oh my gosh, just please. If you don't have a mask, go get one. Go get one. If you don't have one on you, just go the fuck home. Do not argue with anybody. Just stop, please. Stop. I beg for you to stop. I am tired of all this. I cannot wait for this election to come up because I'm so curious to see who's going to prevail, man. For the love of God, I really hope it's not Donald Trump. Once again, if you hate Donald Trump, just vote him out. Swallow your pride. Vote this orange fool out, please. Please. This is me. This is WattsTV. I beg of you. Please. Oh man. Anyway, guys, it feels good to do the podcast again. I feel like when I miss a week, I feel like I haven't done it for like 6 weeks. It's the weirdest feeling ever. But anyway, thank you for all of those who have listened. The Simple Logic podcast is available on mostly all streaming platforms. Spotify, Google Play. It's on Amazon Music now, Apple Music, etc., etc., etc. And if you guys want to, watch the videos of this podcast, then please do me a favor and subscribe to WattsTV on YouTube, man. I will greatly appreciate it. But yeah, guys, I hope everybody stays safe. You have a blessed one. And please fucking vote. 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 Vote, 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 vote. Please. Thank you. Peace.